Welcome to Still Plays Galaxy of Heroes. This is Grand Arena, the penultimate match of Season 49. And we locked down the first match of this final week. We had a lot of advantages going into this match, and you can see we stopped my opponent from the full clear, pretty decisive win. Let me show you what teams got some holds. So Tuscan's here, picking up a couple. Then we get another one here with Seer Malicos. This is why I wanted to add a couple more relic levels to Malicos, even though we can't throw a Datacron on that squad. Down below, I think we got one with Leia, if I remember right. Yeah, Leia takes 2 attempts. That's a result I'm happy with. In the back territory, this one he had to do a lot of work. Couldn't get through Darth Revan, probably out of counters by that point. Didn't even attempt third sister. Trench takes 1. Kneesaa here is filler, and Finn goes down in 1. And then the top area, he does not even attempt the profundity. You're looking at the defense that he set down with the fleet, and also when you're looking at the bracket, he was a little bit shallower in his roster, so those multiple attempts, I think, really churned through the teams that he relied on. With my next opponent, we're looking at Velkorion. He's a smaller GP player, again, 8.8 million GP. That's pretty small. Like, we're, what was it, 1.5, 1 point something million GP more than him, so that's pretty substantial, especially considering we are 2 GLs less than him. Zeta is way lower. He's going to be missing things that he might want or to make teams much more effective. Omicrons, he's at 20, which is good enough, but it's one of the lower ones in the bracket. You can see there's a crazy guy here with only 9 Amis. He did win the first round match though, and although Silvermane looks familiar, I wonder if I've seen that guy before. Relic units, my opponent has 10 more than me. Not a substantial amount, especially considering he's got more GLs, which means the majority of his relics are GL focused. Then his depth is one of the shallower ones we've seen in month 178. That means he's going to be missing some weapons on offense. With the relic distribution, we are looking at less tier 7s, only one more tier 8. Like, this is highly unusual. I'm usually always bad in relic distribution, and I'm basically the better, stronger roster in terms of high-end relics. That's something I'm working on, but I still think I'm well in progress on that. And to be able to have the advantage here, that bodes well for me. Mods, I'm just crushing them. I've got a good amount of an advantage on top 25. You can see on the pure counts of 6-stop mods, it's usually another metric where I'm not winning, but I'm beating this guy. Top 500 mods, just crushing. But 25 plus, that's not terrible. He's doing well there. 20 plus, I've got 100 on him, and then 15 plus, I've got 200 mods on him. Like, that is kind of a crushing difference. Datacrons, though, I guess he's actually one of the 2 weakest Datacrons in the bracket. Looking at the GLs, and also considering the final potential matchups next round if I win this one, the other guys are 8 GL players. My opponent is without Lord Vader. That's the only thing he's missing. He's got everything else, and everyone is either Relic 7, Relic 9. There is Rey at Relic 8. The modding looks inconsistent, some good, some bad. With the Omicron portion, he's got Malgus, but slow. Raddus with the Ami, but slow. Then we got Iden here, not really usable, but semi-usable. Starkiller is looking good, triple Ami, but only Relic 5. No Ami on the dash, that's fine. Wampa is adequate. Savage and Traya look good. No Afra. He's got Qui-Gon, Swolo, those are fine. His Zorii is not really ready, and then third sister he doesn't have. One of the other players within the final, the quarter semifinals, does not have third sister. My opponent does not have Malicos. Decent looking Rex though, decent looking Drogon, and then we are looking at a situation with no Cal Kestis, and then he has Leviathan but does not have the profundity. So we have a number of advantages here. I'm feeling pretty confident about this map. As always, we'll take a quick look at the specifics of his modding. We're going to be looking for Rex as my shorthand. CRex was at 296. At 5, 10, 15. Ooh. That's like 19. And it's actually 18 because Thrawn is at 301. Luke is at 298. So he is pretty slow with his modding. Like, problematically slow. We're looking at some characters that you want faster, like Echo, Piet, Drogon. They're all fine. But we're looking at characters like Rex, Moff Gideon being significantly slower. We've got a number of other highly desirable characters that look to be quite a bit slower than where you want them to be. Like, that's a very slow Basilisk, Sean. It's a slow B1. We know Raddus is at 250, so that means his Han is super slow, his Veers is super slow. His Watt is problematically slow. Like, this could prove to be pretty decisive. We knew we had a mod advantage, but that doesn't always mean the modding is poor. It just might mean it's top heavy. In this case, it looks pretty weak overall. I have no idea how his run went. I almost forgot to even play. Because we had the road ahead last night. I was working on that video, so I didn't play when I normally play. Looks like he's not even attacking. This might even just be a default, or he might show up in the next couple hours. I did make some changes to my defense, because if you saw the last match, I forgot to make some changes, which prevented me from doing some testing, specifically like General Grievous and STAP. And he has been removed from defense, and I threw in CRex in his stead, so that we can do some STAP testing. Hopefully it's going to be pretty interesting. The other change that I made was I took the Zerg Datacron off of whoever had it and brought it over to offense, so that I can be using it on Dark Trooper Moff Gideon. But he was already really good without it. Like, it beat Starkiller without it. That looks like it's a counter that is not going to rely upon having that Datacron, which is very nice. Top territory here. Now, my opponent has set down a fairly strong defense, at least what it looks like from here. We got Malgus, Rey, Maul, Gas, Darth Revan. Those all respectable teams. If we take the wrong route, we could get caught there. In the lower territory, we've got Jabba, Leia, CRex. They're really the ones holding it down, and then they got a Sortie, no Zetas, and then a Nute team, and Django doesn't have Zetas. We will start with the GLs. We need to know if we're having a good day or a bad day, and you know what? We're going to try something different, which I guess means we shouldn't use a preset. What we had been doing for a bit was doing a version with Bosch and Curzanton. We're going to try the Lando version. Although, I know it's a thing, I just haven't tried it because, one, I get comfortable. I don't want to get out of that situation unless I have to, but we have been in these situations where we have lost my Bosch very early in these matches. That is where, oh my god, did I set that on defense by accident? Okay, no, I'm just being a fool. But we don't have the level 6 ability that would make, what's-his-fate, Drogon, a threat. Alright, we'll give this a go, and hopefully I don't regret this. Alright, we'll throw the bombs. And a basic. Add our double tap. Now here, I'm going to mass assist. We'll get more thermals over here. Only 11. We're gonna get up to 15. And then we'll throw one. Let's go more. Does this dispel everybody? I can't even remember. Dispel all buffs, yeah. Let's do this over here then. What doesn't fine. Whatever, let's just chuck it now. All that I really care about is we haven't lost Bosch like we have the last couple times, which, even if we're gonna have to wait for this damage immunity to come off, that is good. Okay, no big deal. I guess let's just do it. Then we'll auto. We're done. We'll get enough stacking damage soon enough. Can I swap to... I guess we... just want to take over for a moment to see if we can make sure Bosch gets that debuff off of her. Maybe we'll add some armor shreds. Or maybe just do this. Yeah, let's go for an armor shred. Okay. There we go. Come on. There we go. Good. Now let's switch over to JMK for this counter. Where are we at? Grab my Scoundrel CRON. Go. Alright, we reset cooldowns. Just realized the mic was really far away. Eliminate Chrysanthemum. Self-select JMK for the charge. Hit a basic. Basic. No yellow yet on Bosch, right? Don't even know if he has the right ability at that level, but... okay, he does have the right level 6 ability. We gotta wait for the damage immunity, which will be any moment. There we go, gone. We're gonna save the reset, because I probably have... yeah, we do. We had one in waiting. Let's trip the alt. Get a second armor shred up. Get more healing immunity down. Okay, there we go. Damage immunity is triggered. Good. So far, having a good day. Good morning. We'll do my standard counter here. We're not going to change this one up because I just like this counter. It hasn't failed me yet. So let's not... well, let's make sure we're using the right counter and not just randomly clicking on things. Okay, looks good. Let's go after 5s. Get our assists. Let's get a little armor shred over there. Mass assist. Gotta get a foresight back up so we can do bigger damage. Big hits. Now we're taunting. That's gonna do a lot of good. And the more they're focused on Kiadi Mundi, the better. Come on. Alright, that's... okay, this is going bad. This is going bad. Come on, we gotta at least take out. Do I want to do this one? We can't get the assist, so I'm going to do this ability, which did nothing. This is why He's going to be much better when I have him at relics. Oh my god, we survived that? That's a surprise. Okay, Rex is down. Let's do it. Come on. If this can still survive after losing Qui-Gon, because I thought I was dead after Qui-Gon. Because we're just dealing with a 4-star Kelleran here. Come on. Come on. We're still alive here. Look at that. We're back with our health. Do I want to just do this ability? I guess let's do it. And which one is this? Physical damage can't be evaded. Let's do it. Just fantastic. It's fantastic. I'm really happy about that. It's my go-to count. I don't even know if I've attempted another counter. Well, I guess I would have the previous season. But this season is the only thing I've done. Now here, let's see how this counter goes. Dark side. Would I consider that? I think losing that defense just is suicide for Palpatine. Let's just go with this. Alright, battle. Alright, get rid of the crit hit. AoE. Nice. Okay. Alright, damage immunity is triggered. We're going to go over to Swolo. We got a bunch of shocks. You know what, let's take the free hit. We can at least hit the stagger on JTR. Oh, I guess we can't. Alright, get rid of the crit hit immunity. We're going to basic. Awesome. I think we're going to throw the AoE because we can get a little bit more turn meter with more debuffs. Alright, fine. Let's get rid of the inspiration. Can we land a shock over on Swolo? Ah, that's... okay, we got a little lucky there. Not yet. Okay. We'll dispel the crit hit immunity. We'll do an AoE. Come on. We are here. Okay. Actually, she's stunned. Let's do our work right now. Because we still need to get her into crit hit immunity. And she's going to get highly evasive. Okay, she'll dodge a bit. Can we land a stun? I don't want to deal with Swolo. Alright, this can do some damage. Good. We're good. Great day. This is how I want my matches to go. Especially these GL matches. Alright, then we also have a standard counter for this. Bastila, Calcestis, and I have been using Barris. Let's grab the stacking offense here. Looks good. And we just got to take a little bit of care in playing this. Okay. We'll basic, and we will throw an armor shred over on Marauder. Throw buffs on Cal. And we'll basic. Hit Malgus. We'll call the assist with Bastila, try and land an ability block. We don't get it. I wonder what her potency is. Maybe I should look at her mods again. It's been a long time since I've looked at her mods. Okay, here we go. Here's our opportunity. We want... Let's hit that. Okay, good. We lost her. That's not good. That usually doesn't happen at this stage. Alright. Talon down. Take out Malgus. There we go. Good. Stun? Yeah, I'm gonna look at her potency. Great. Now, let's do our Maul. Ooh, wait, maybe we can't do our Maul thing. This is a Mando CRON. So whenever a Mandalorian falls below 100, they gain a bonus turn. I don't care about the level 3 ability. Let's just play things as we're going to play them. Things might still be fine. We might give him a bonus turn, though. Probably will. And what do I want? There's not... I guess there's enough buffs. Or do I like crit chance stacking? Let's just do it. Let's do this. Alright, let's see if we get the right luck. Yes! God, I love doing that. It's my favorite thing in this game. Okay. Boom. Boom. Now we're looking at Gas and Darth Revan. And then down below, Zorii and Nute. We'll just do troopers here. We're looking at Veers, Piet, Dark. Can I? Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Just want to make sure we're not messing up another team. And then let's look at M. No, we don't want to do this. I've had issues with using that Empire offense defense offense CRON. I feel like this is a team that, because Jango starts stealth, you want some defense. I don't really need that. Let's just use this. I get the feeling this opponent is just going to do the minimum battle. And remember, he's missing a bunch of Zetas here. So this is probably going to go well in my favor. Maybe I'm going to leave that stack. Never mind, it's not my decision apparently. I think we're going to talk a little bit about Madam Web. Because I feel like you young guns don't remember what bad movies were like. Even though I feel like there's worse movies these days than there used to be. The one thing that there's been is a higher floor to superhero schlock. And, because like when I watched Morbius was not that bad. People were acting like it was terrible. It was not good. It was dumb. But it had a coherent structure. The story made sense. Things flowed from one scene to the next. It was just kind of absurd. Now, I haven't watched Madam Web yet, but based on the reaction to Morbius and based on the reaction to Madam Web, it feels like people just don't know what camp is. Like, we used to have these schlocky, campy movies, and I suspect that's more where these movies are falling. All right, what do we got here? I got more to say on this. We got to make decisions right now. I'm just going to do Bad Batch. And it's nice that I have them at Relics finally. And throw some Datacrons, do a couple things. And it opens up counters like this that I've tried before and I think went poorly. Because one thing you need some of these characters to be able to take a hit. And at Gear 12 they couldn't take it. Like that right there would do some massive damage at Gear 12. Alright, let's take out Lobot. Because we can. That appears to be the option we have. Okay. Lobot down. A Relic Sortie is something I'd really like. That's been on the wish list for a long time, but that's pure luxury. Alright, we're going to auto and we can continue. Because the one thing that the Marvel experiment has done is it raised the floor on comic book movies. Because before, you had this idea that movie studios were like, this is dumb stuff, we're not going to try and we're going to put out a bunch of terrible things. So basically from Batman and Robin forward, with few exceptions, comic book movies were terrible. Just absolutely unwatchable, with like the exception of Blade. Everything else was bad. And Blade and then the Spider-Man movies. There wasn't that many movies, so we're not like exploring this from a deep pool of options here. But in general, those movies were awful. And I watched all of them. Because there was a time when you could keep up with every comic book movie. And some movies like Daredevil, Elektra, those movies are worse. I'm not even bringing up Catwoman because I feel like Madam Web is probably in that Catwoman range where that is just campy. It's terrible. But it's so terrible it's fun to watch. Whereas like Daredevil, the Ben Affleck Daredevil, that was not fun to watch. Or League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. I love that comic. That's a great comic if you haven't read it. It's a very short series. You can probably pick it up at your library. League of Extraordinary Gentlemen is an amazing comic, and the movie is nothing like the comic. Nothing to do with each other. Like, the comic's dark. It's gritty. And the movie is a completely different thing. Like, if you want to watch what League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, the comic was like, watch Penny Dreadful, the Showtime series with Ava Green. That show's great. Penny Dreadful is what I wanted the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen movie to be. Instead, we got something completely different. And it was just like this Sean Connery vehicle of some nonsense. All right, let's get back to being focused. So, Madam Web, can we do a Savage solo? I want to do a Savage. Before we goof off on this back territory, does this stop Wampa? What does this do? Turn meter. Oh. Wampa should be fine. And I feel like Sony knows what they're doing. Like, I think Sony understands that people, even though they know these movies are terrible, they're having fun with it. I think, especially if you look at like what Dakota Johnson was saying about Madam Web before the movie came out, she was like priming the pump for everybody to just hate on the movie. Just talking about in interviews how terrible the movie was, how she didn't know what movie she was even making. And based on the reaction to Morbius, I think they were trying to like recreate the response to Morbius. Even the Venom movies are super campy, but the Venom movies, I haven't watched the second one yet, I guess. Or did I watch it? No, I think I only watched the first one. It was fun. Not good, but it's a fun watch. And it's just like it's definitely a Tom Hardy passion project. Like, his friends are writing it, his friends are directing it. He gets to do whatever he wants. They all kind of get what kind of movie they're in. Alright, let's swipe right now. She doesn't have potency up. She's probably going to get revived unless we can take out Kyle Katarn right now. There's the revive. Counter. Let's roar. Okay, there's the potency up. She's going to stick around for a bit, so let's get damage stacking. Let's get back to autoing. Get back over to Katarn. Take out Katarn. Big hit. Come on. Hit. Nice hit on Katarn. Katarn's almost down. Good. Now I'm going to take over and see if we can help finish this off. Okay, there's a counter. Let's protection up again. Let's take out Trooper. Katarn is back. Roar. Swipe. There goes my dots. Alright, he's gone. Okay. We will roar. Alright, we swipe. We gotta keep roaring. Let's take out Trooper. Come on. Just go away, buff. There it is. It's gone. Okay. Boom. Now I think we can Malak solo, Savage solo. And then up top, oh, we still got these guys. Alright, we got 2 serious teams, and what do we have left? We got Sith Eternal Emperor and JML. And we have Afra. We can do whatever we want. Oh, before we forget, we need to figure out who to use, where we're using Grievous. And what Grievous team we're doing. So we're going to do Grievous. We're going to do STAP, and I guess does it have to be IG 100? Let's think about this. So we have 10 speed. We're going to be going faster. So I gain a bonus turn at the start of the battle. That's right, because I want to get something going. I talked about this in the video. What did I say in the video? And then when STAP gains overcharge, all allies gain max out stacking. Enemy clone troopers pinned. So I'm going to recover health and get that. I want to do second. I want to do die Jedi dogs. So I do AoE and inflict provoked. Is gas crazy? You know, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's just see what happens. Because there's anti-clone stuff that makes me wonder what this is even going to look like. Let's see. I don't think this is going to work. Now, I think we do this one first. We get provoked on everybody, or at least on 2, and then he's dead. Okay. Yeah. And now this is over. Because at this stage, gas is not going to have any problems. And we no longer have boost. Okay. So that was far too much. Let's get out of here. No, let's look at Dark Trooper Moff Gideon. Can he do anything? Let's give Gas a shot too. Because it's the only strong team left. And I know Darth Revan can beat him. I think for 5v5 we're going to add relics to Stormtrooper. Because I only have 4 Imperial Remnants at relics right now. Okay, that's good. This is going quick. Turn meter. We hit the staggers. That's good. Let's take out Arc before we can put the turret up. I'm going to save that. Okay, awesome. They just go down that quick. I'm not even going to use that actually, because that's... Well, no, the revive is not going to apply here. So who cares? Let's just use it. Because gas is going to stop revives. Don't even get to it. Alright, we just absolutely crushed it. It's fine. We're just gonna... I think we're done testing. We don't have any other new teams, so let's just blow this up. And move on. And on the back wall, maybe we'll just try and get some solos done. And I think next round, we need to find something that's more STAP appropriate. Because I do want to see him win a match. It's just this time there's nothing really worth testing him on. Just because of the teams my opponent's set on the back wall. And the teams we've already taken out. At least we didn't forget about him. Okay. Alright, we're just auto. We're done. Alright. Let's figure out. Ooh. There's not even Zetas on there. Okay. First, I want to try Savage here. I don't think there should be any issues. I think I've probably done it before. Definitely offense stacking. Without Stormtrooper or Shore Trooper, I don't think he's going to have any issues. Like, Scout stops Wampa. He's not going to stop Savage. Because I'm just going to... The turn meter gain is not the same as what... Well, days would get dispelled regardless. Let's just take out Stark. Alright, there's one on Stark. 2 on Stark. I guess I should have gone... That's what's going to cause issue with Scout. Okay. It's the stealth. But I should get enough stacking offense at some point. So let's just auto. This is probably something I wouldn't want to do, except I have stacking offense. Without stacking offense, it's probably too risky. And there's a lot of recovery on Scout Trooper. Come on. Okay, that's... Okay. I wonder if the faster he gets, the better this is for me, or the worse. Alright. Come on, as long as he doesn't get health back. Come on. Okay, one more turn, the stealth comes off. And hopefully that means the Wii adapter die is gone. It is gone, but... Come on. So close. Can we do it? There we go. All right. Definitely something you probably shouldn't try too often, and we needed the Datacron. Without the Datacron, I definitely think that would have been not a costly mistake. It would have been a mistake. Let's do this. Right, let's go hit Kneesaa. She's definitely going to be the pain point here. They're going to be largely feared. You know what? Let's leave the fear up. Let's hit Chirpa. Okay. We'll drain. Next drain should take out Kneesaa. Unless she's under stealth. Okay. Shock is a big help. In the yellow. Does she have fear? No fear, so we'll basic. Yeah. Okay, chirp it down. Now stealth doesn't matter. We should be able to take out Kneesaa now that we can't be prevented from targeting her. And there we go. So that's 3 solos. We got Raddus left. Can we do a Sith Eternal Emperor solo? Let's try and push these solos. It's not much of a Raddus team. I guess. We'll link Raddus and I guess Jin is whoever takes more turns. I guess is who I'd prefer. Yeah, this is a solo. This is a solid team too on offense. I just would without the relics. Specifically, what I'm referring to is without relics, you can still use this Raddus team. I would just use it on offense. On defense, this I don't know. Do I have another solo in me? Do I think Gas could solo this? Let's give it a shot. I'm in one of those moods. Let's do that. No, let's do this one. Oh, wait. We can do Mandalorians testing. Let's do that. Let's have fun with Mandalorians. This is going to go bad, but let's have fun with Mandalorians. Or... I wish I had Bo-Katan for offense. What if we did a different thing? What if we did this? Because we've been doing it with Bam, and just Bam's not a lead for these characters. Let's do this. I probably should throw this on Finn, but we're gonna do Hero Finn because I feel like taking him out. He's the more of the offensive threat. I'm wondering if we can neutralize him. We can affect this a little differently. All right, what do we got here? Dispel. No. Let's do this. Get stacks higher on Paz. Oh, if we can take out Zorii. We're gonna get to full stack. There it is, full stacks. Let's put Beskar over on Paz. This is that heal. And this is... Let's just do this one. Alright, we're gonna do our big attack. Takes out Zorii, which is awesome. Yeah, we're crushing. With a better Zorii, they would have been much more of a threat. They would have been continuing to take turns. They should probably have Rose here, not Resistance Hero. We got Beskar on everybody. Boom. Oh, let's check what he's done. Took out 2 teams, took out CRex and Malgus. I doubt he fully plays. Maybe he does one attempt down here. Yeah, no, he's playing right now. He's going after Leia. Let's look at his fleet defense. So Marauder, Malevolence, and Raddus. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. I'm going to do the Comeuppance up against the Marauder because the rest of these teams are easy. I know the Comeuppance works up against the Malevolence. This is a very weak Raddus team. It's not going to be worth testing anything up against. And even if the Comeuppance goes terribly, I've got the Leviathan to clean up. And Negotiator will do up against Malevolence, and Chimera we can do up against Raddus. So in either scenario, I think we can afford to experiment and do some testing up against this. I think this is going to go bad. Partly because of gear levels. Partly because of I just not sure it's going to be the good counter. But really it's because of gear levels. This should be your starting lineup. Poe should not be there. That's kind of how I feel about it. And all the testing I saw is just... things don't work great. I still like Clone Sergeant as a reinforcement, and You know what? I think we're going to bring in Lando. We could... Excuse me. Can you not be on those cords? If the mic gets cut out, you know who to blame. Alright, crushed. We're just absolutely crushed. So this is why I thought it was going to go bad. Now maybe with relics, they survive those hits. So we do a little of that. Let's do this. We're just gonna bring out the comeuppance at a minimum, and then we'll probably forfeit. If we survive that long. Alright. To expose. If the enemy already had expose, call allies to assist, recover protection. Let's do it. It's barely any damage. Yeah. Alright. That's about what I was thinking. Malevolence, though, you can beat the Malevolence. But Gear 12 pilots up against a ship like the Marauder, unlikely. The Marauder is awesome. I guess you'll see it in a moment. Alright, let's do this. Okay. Let's stun Anakin. And we'll AoE, hopefully take somebody out. Not quite. Oh, there we go. Perfect. Boom. We're good. Forgot about his revive. Okay. Oh, white. Oh my god. If I didn't auto, he would have just been gone. Alright, fine. Now he's gonna be revived if I do that. That auto was an error. Okay, let's negotiator. Galactic Republic. I do have my video up on the road ahead, and I do talk about what I think is going to go on with some Galactic Republic ships. I think we will be seeing some changes, and I think the next conquest ship is going to be the Naboo Royal Starship, and I believe that our next chase is going to be the Naboo Starfighter. I don't think that's really going out on a limb or anything, but I think it's pretty clear that's what's going to be happening over the next several months. Alright. We shall cleanse, get rid of those buzz droids, get some turn meter. Nice little hit. Get offense up. This will eliminate hyena. What? This will eliminate Hyena. Let's bring out Ahsoka. I was debating it for a moment. I don't want to do any AoEs yet. Let's taunt here. Actually, I should have thrown that on Anakin. That's lack of practice right there. Okay. Now... we're gonna do it. I don't want to use a weak ability on Spy, so I'm gonna not attack with these ships. Here we go. That'll take out Spy. And we're good. Now Raddus. Empire will make quick work of this. I'm just using the Leviathan counter ships. Because it just is so strong. Okay, we can dispel. Alright, boom. Boom. And boom. Easy. Now we'll check on where he's at. I think we're done. I don't think he's beating this, but we'll check on his progress. Took 3 attempts to get through Leia. Nothing too surprising there. He's still working on things. I did do a little goofing around, but we only took an extra attempt once? Did we one-shot everything except for when we did the testing with STAP? Did everything else go down in one? Other than the ship, the 2 testings took a hold, but everything else went down in one. Yeah, everything else went down in one, just the Comeuppance testing and the STAP testing. So I think we are very safe. In theory, if he one-shots everything, he could win. So I guess we'll check back and not assume that we've won, even though I think that I've won. But he does have more GLs than me, and it is definitely still possible. So we'll check back in an hour and a half. All right, we got about 30 minutes left in this Grand Arena, but props to my opponent, to Valkorion, for grinding out the full clear, even though at a certain point, it was no longer possible for him to secure the victory. This is how you should be playing. Even in losses, there's a ton to be learned. You can learn new counters, try out unfamiliar teams, get more comfortable with new marquee characters, new datacrons. There's a ton of things that, even if it doesn't work, you learn that something doesn't work. You might learn that modding needs to be refined, gear needs to be refined. Always be pressing. And one of the things that is also illuminated by this is the importance of just building out these broad and diverse rosters. I think that's really what made the difference here, because even though he has more GLs, I had more of everything else. I had the better fleet. I had higher quality characters set down on defense. I had more datacrons that I could be placing because I had more relics on key characters, and those were the things that were lacking here. And I think they make a big difference, because even though I was weaker in the Galactic Legend metric, I was stronger in basically every other metric. So the final look at these territories, top area here, he was able to successfully one-shot this. In the lower territory, we saw that Leia took him a couple of attempts, and in the back territory, this is where we got a little bit more work done. Trench needed 2, Zorii needed 2. This is why I set them down, even though this is a Gear 12, Gear 11 squad. squad. It's a high quality squad. This is what I mean by newer kits. They outperform older kits. This is a surprise one though. Kneesaa getting a hold. I wasn't expecting this, but again, it's a newer kit. The other squads though went down in one. And then in the ship area, I believe he one-shot this. Well played by him handling the fleet here, no issues. But he did save everything for offense in regards to fleet. But this does set me up for possibly going 3-0 to finish the season. I hope if we can go 3-0 for 2 separate weeks during the season, that's something that I have not accomplished since the before times. But that will be a tough task because the potential opponents in the winner's bracket are some serious opponents. Well, one is a very serious opponent. One is low on Grand Arena Omicrons, but a strong roster other than that metric. I do have the Road Ahead video breakdown right up here. We'll also have, I think we'll do a roster update video in that corner as well. We'll post that up before this one gets posted. But thank you for watching. Be excellent to each other, everybody. This is still Plays Galaxy of Heroes.